Guys, I'm so excited right now. I mean, I just don't even know what to say. What's underneath this cover right here? Well, I'm fixing to show you, but let me show you what happened earlier, and that'll start to give you a good idea of what's getting ready to happen. So let's go. All right, guys, I am super excited today. I mean, like, I'm stoked. And you might be wondering, why am I standing in front of some building and talking about being excited? I'm at Garrett Metal Detectors over here in Garland, and I'll tell you what I'm up to as soon as I go inside. Hey guys, so I'm at Garrett, like you saw when I was outside, and I'm here with Steve Moore in the museum, by the way. If you ever get out to Garland, you definitely need to come by and check it out. A lot of cool things, a lot of things that have been found with metal detectors, so that'll definitely get you pumped up. But anyway, so I'm here with Steve, and today the big excitement for me is I'm picking up this Axiom, Garrett's brand new gold machine. I could not be more excited about this. Steve Hirschbach had a real big hand in the design, and others have as well. And so I'm going to Arizona here in a few weeks. And
man, if I can go out there and find gold with this machine, you're going to have to do it. Come on now.
I'm going to try to do it. Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the big thing. And huge props to Steve for meeting me kind of short notice, because, you know, these things aren't really easy to get hands on. So I thought, well, I mean, I've known Steve in the past, we've hunted before, and I thought I'm just gonna, you know, give you a call and see what I could come up with right here at the source, right? So here we go. Man, I mean, this is gonna be awesome. And so wait for the videos. They're gonna be really good. I'm gonna be comparing this one to my buddy's 6000. Also, he's got a 7000, and one of my other buddies has a 7000. So we're just going to hit the areas that we know really well and what it takes to find gold there, and we're going to see how this thing does. So,
all right. Well, best of luck to you out there, Randy. Good seeing you, and hopefully you guys crush it. You know.
Yep. Thank you.
All right.
Check it out, Garrett Axiom. Let's unbox this beast and see what we've got in here. Man, I just like so wound up. So anyway, here we go. First thing, we have this nice bag that it comes in. So that's awesome. It's a backpack too. So I'll probably, oh my gosh, my counter's messed up. Anyway, I'll probably just carry this like just right here, right? When I go on the plane, I'm just gonna, you know, put whatever other things I need right in here. Not even gonna carry anything else, and that's good. I'm kind of paranoid. I don't ever check a metal detector, you know, into luggage. So that's just the way I am, so whatever. Anyway, so let's see what we got. Small coil, all right. That's awesome. We have, this is a battery pack that will, I've heard the battery life is really long, so I probably won't end up using this, but what you do is if the battery that's built in loses its charge, you can fill this up with AA batteries, and then it slides in underneath and locks in, and you just plug it in, and then you're good to go for however much longer. I'll read the manual and find out how much longer, but definitely that's going to go with me. Awesome. So we have some charging stuff, and the so here's the coil bolt. All right, now you notice there's not a nut on the other end. The reason for that is because this goes through on the one side, and then built into the ear of the coil, I don't know if you can see that or not, there's a threaded area right there, so you can just thread it straight in. So that ought to be nice. Coil ears look pretty good and stout, so you know, coil ears really haven't been too much of a concern with Garrett, but nonetheless, you know, something to think about when you're in the gold fields, right? Everything's got to be rugged. Headphones, not going to take those out right now, but there they are. I'm going to have to read in the manual how to use them and, you know, all the things, right? Here is the money, right? So, man, this thing is slick. And I know there have been people showing these on YouTube and talking, pretty much using the same words, slick, right? Let me sit back down so you can see my ugly mug. But anyway, one thing I really like I've got American flags all over everything, and look at that, American flag. So, okay, we're done. Anyway, no, so that's a great thing. The other thing about this machine, it has an adjustable arm cuff. It does adjust with these bolts right here. So that's something that once you set, it's set. I mean, you know, you can change it because the wrench is stored up underneath here. But now for me, that's not really going to be an issue because my buddy Owen, who will probably use this a little bit too, he and I are the same height, 6'3". We both have these, you know, monkey knuckle long arms, and so, you know, it's not going to matter. Moving along, we have carbon fiber telescoping shaft. So that's really nice. Built-in cam locks. One thing that this shaft does that I don't think anybody else does, but I don't know every metal detector, but certainly I have not seen it on Minelab, is when you extend this shaft, listen, you hear that? There's a detent right here that locks that middle shaft in place. Like you really wouldn't even need to clamp down the cam lock if you didn't want to. You know, I still would, of course, but anyway, so yeah, telescoping, super nice. Not gonna, you know, really show much of that really until I get everything put together. Look at that, I'm not used to the detent. Anyway, so there's that. And then probably, we'll see, probably the coil I'll use the most is this 13-inch. This is a double D coil. It says, you know, Axiom 13 double D. Garrett's done something different with the double D, how it transmits into the ground. Okay, so, you know, if you picture your double D coils like from front on, right, it's like a knife edge underneath the coil where everything's really hot. And typical double Ds are, well, there's just not enough light to show you this, but typical double Ds are going to be pretty uniform in that depth of transmission as it goes along the middle of the coil. What they've done with the Axiom is you have like whatever that depth is right here, but then in the middle of the coil, the double D actually, I don't know how they do it, right? I don't know anything about how to make a coil, but the center part of the coil actually comes down a little bit further, a little bit deeper, and then back up again for that front part of the coil. So basically, my allergies are bothering me, so I keep like rubbing my face. Basically, the detection field on this coil comes along like this, dips down and back up, and then evens off again. So that's kind of a hybrid type of a thing because, you know, the most of the coils that are used in the gold fields, I mean, they do use double Ds, but really a lot of people use mono coils. And a mono coil transmits a signal, just think of it as like a cone, okay? So turn a traffic cone upside down, that's what the signal looks like going out of that coil. So they can be very deep, but they can also be very specific for where they're gonna pick up a target. So you could be over here with a nugget, you might miss it. In fact, you probably would if it's at depth. So the double D, the idea behind that is when you sweep that coil, you've got a large detection field and you're covering more area with the double D. So we'll see how it does. You know, it's a different approach, and but I love double D coils myself. You know, I use them on everything. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so I'm not gonna be leaving right away. I'm not going to tell you when I'm leaving, but it's relatively soon, but not soon enough, right? It does. I've already heard some feedback looking on some of the forums, and a lot of the guys are saying, you know, this is an SDC killer right here. That's awesome if it does that. If it does just that, that's awesome because I can change coils. I can't really do it on the SDC. Well, I can do it, but they don't work very well. I mean, I've seen them in action. I'm not impressed. And they also alter the ability to fold up the machine, and it's just, I don't like it. So, you know, so this is more of a standard arrangement with removable coils, good to go. There are 2 coils in the box. Who knows how many coils are going to be coming out next, but there we go, guys. Garrett Axiom. I'm wearing green again. It's been a while since I've had a Garrett machine because I've been so Goldfield, and then hunting those treasure legends and stuff. A lot of times I'm not even using a detector unless I think there's a reason why I'm on top of it, so to speak. So there it is. Man, I can't wait. You guys hang in, man. It'll be a few weeks, but it's gonna be some good stuff.